On May 12, 2016, Brazil's vice president, Michel Temer, was sworn in as the country's interim president, while the incumbent, Dilma Rousseff, undergoes impeachment proceedings. But Temer's own political career has been marred with controversy, and his pivot to power has not been well received among Brazilians. So, who is Brazil's new president, and is he a step in the wrong direction? Well, before he was vice president, Temer was a longtime constitutional law professor and the president of the centrist Brazilian Democratic Movement Party. In 2015, he spearheaded the push to impeach President Rousseff, for which Rousseff condemned him as a traitor. But since himself taking office, Temer has proved to be wildly unpopular. In fact, a 2016 poll showed that only 2% of Brazilians would vote for him given the chance. So, why is Temer so controversial? Well, like many of Brazil's high-ranking public officials, he's been linked to corruption, most notably the Petrobras scandal, in which dozens of lawmakers allegedly pocketed money from inflated contracts with the state-owned oil giant. Temer has been accused of playing a key role in electing 2 Petrobras executives who were later found guilty of fraud and bribery. And in 2014, Temer himself was found guilty of overstepping campaign finance limits, a ruling that bars him from running for presidential office for 8 years. This is all under the backdrop of Temer's questionable and perhaps unlikable behavior. He's attracted criticism for his marriage to a former beauty pageant contestant who's 43 years his junior, as well as his cold, formal demeanor, which has been compared to a butler in a horror movie. But much of the controversy surrounding Temer is not actually about him, but his newly formed cabinet. The 20-plus member group is exclusively made up of white men, many of whom were implicated in the Petrobras scandal, and all of whom were handpicked by Temer. This stands in stark contrast to Brazil's racially diverse population and historically gender-balanced government. What's more, Temer's cabinet choices are questionable. His justice minister has a history of unfairly cracking down on activists. His sports minister is a businessman with a financial stake in the 2016 games. And most infamously, his initial choice for Minister of Science was a well-known evangelical preacher and creationist. But more broadly, Temer's takeover represents a shift in Brazil's political identity. He and his cabinet are fiscally and socially conservative, thus putting a temporary stop to more than a dozen years of left-leaning leaders. But whether it be conservative or liberal, Brazil's government is still seemingly corrupt, as more than half the Senate is under investigation for some form of malpractice. As Dilma Rousseff's chances of reclaiming office become increasingly slim, it may not be until a completely new president takes over in 2018 that Brazil sees any real improvement. Between Temer and Rousseff, Brazil has had a pretty negative streak of hated presidents. Learn more about Dilma Rousseff and why she was so disliked by watching this video.
Well, since President Rousseff began her second term in 2014, her approval rating has plummeted, reaching an all-time low of under 10%. Many citizens blame her for Brazil's recent economic downturn, which is its worst since the 1930s Great Depression.
Thanks for checking out Secret Daily. Don't forget to like and subscribe for new videos every day.